Maxim, what does Alexandra have in his mouth? A frog. Good. Just eat frog. Just let your brother eat a frog? Yeah. I watch as Cosette storms up to her younger brothers, pulling up the amphibian out of one of their mouths. Alexandra looks rather upset about it. How do you say that? Alexandra? You look familiar. Me? Mm-hmm. I think I've met you before. I think I met you when you were little, yes. Oh, I think I know now. And what do you mean? I don't remember you, but my sister has tons of pictures of you. Maxim. So sorry, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's okay, Cosette. I think that's adorable. Well, photos are super important. Well, you don't have to justify it. Like I said, it's cute, Cosette. Right, why don't you two see if Mom needs anything? Okay. Okay. The two twins wander off, looking more like they're off to explore the woods and help their mom. Which is definitely what they're going to do. I'm so sorry about that, Mercredi. He's just a kid. I don't think he really understands. I've told you, it's alright. I think it's generally very kind of you. I don't know why you keep pictures of an ugly lamb like me. I don't think you're ugly at all. I think you're very pretty. Okay, this is just super gay. Anyway, you're just being silly now. I'm serious. I always thought that even when we were kids. You did? Why wouldn't I? Well, I didn't even look like a girl back then. I don't care what you are, Mercredi. I'll always like you. I'll always like you too, Cosette. Did I thought this was like a murder mystery? Where's the murder mystery? This is just a romance visual novel. It's like a dating sim. I didn't sign up for like a dating sim, okay? Anyway. Well, we ought to start harvesting some food, huh? Yeah, of course. Me and Cosette begin to collect some of the plants they have in the various patches of vegetables. Notice I have to bend over to get to them, and she doesn't have to lean down very much at all. You're very tiny, aren't you, Cosette? Huh? Nothing. You're just so precious. Oh, thank you. Cosette's arms quickly get full. You go inside, Cosette. I'll harvest some more plants for you while you get everything ready, okay? Getting filtered? I don't really see that. Expand, by the way. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of your apostrophe getting replaced. I don't see that. Anyway. Okay. She slowly walks away, trying not to let any of the vegetables spill out of her arms. Looking at all the dirt, I can't help but think of all of our childhood memories together. It was around dinner time. Cosette's mother told us to go out and harvest some fresh fruit to use for tonight's dinner. Looking back on it, it was rather sweet of her parents to take care of me so often. My father could barely afford dinner for either of us since he was a high school dropout. She took my hand. Have you ever harvested food before? No. That's okay. It's super simple. It is? Watch. I watched her as she got on her knees and grabbed what I had assumed to be a big pile of leaves. As she pulled it, I realized it was a carrot. How did you do that? I just pulled it off the ground? How come the leaves didn't come off from you pulling so hard? Well, I don't know actually. I crouched down and reached my hand out towards one of the pile of leaves. I tugged at it, testing to see how strong it was in comparison to this plant. I knew that, as a wolf, I might underestimate my physical strength, but I also just might be as strong as any other herbivore. No one knew at the time. You know, I was thinking about that, by the way, the whole carnivore, herbivore thing. You know, it's kind of like a metaphor for, like, I guess, differences in, like, I guess, social groups, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. Totally reminds me of the Lonely Wolf series, by the way. Well, Lonely Wolf Treat, I believe, by Nom Nom Nami. Had a very similar setup, you know, carnivores and herbivores. But, like, it kind of makes sense, because what does a carnivore eat in this world? You know, if everybody's sentient, and you're not supposed to, like, murder sentient people, I guess. Or, like, you know, they have, like, the equivalent of, like, human rights. You can't just, like, eat animals, so how does that work, you know? Unless there's, like, lesser animals, like Pokemon. I don't know how that works. Also makes you wonder about omnivores. I mean, technically Mercredi is an omnivore, right? That's how you would define her, I would say, I guess. But how's that work? You know, does anyone... Like, how does that work under the umbrella between herbivore and carnivore? I don't know. Maybe that's also a metaphor. Anyway. Anyway, none of matters my physical strength, but how strong as the other one, no one knew at the time. It's a doggy world. Her replacing your apostrophes. Maybe you should like refresh. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of like your apostrophes being replaced. I mean, I'm not doing anything, as far as I know. Maybe the Twitch servers are like acting up. I mean, my stream did die, that one time, so maybe something like that happened. Anyway, I managed to do it just as Cosette did. The leaves and the carrot were perfectly intact. Well, that was easier than I thought. See, I told you. You look like you were conjuring so hard, though. Sorry, I guess I kind of was. What, are you scared that you're stronger than me because you're bigger? No, not at all. You're super strong, Cosette. Yeah, I know. It's funny because you don't weigh anything. If you're built like me, I probably couldn't pull you around everywhere. I'm glad you're so skinny, though. I like taking you with me everywhere I go. Why? You're my best friend. You always will be, no matter what you do. Really? Really, Mercredi? No, you'll always be my best friend, too. Of course I will, silly. This is too wholesome. Where's the murder? At the back of my head, it's like, where's the murder, though? Where's the death and the violence that the game promised me in the very beginning with the disclaimer? Anyway, when I come to, I'm already in the house. I brought the food. Awesome. I've already been preparing dinner with all the food I got. That's amazing, Cosette. Is it on let me just check the stream. Is it on the stream preview? Oh, maybe it's on the... Oh, it's like on the stream. I'm not looking at the stream preview, I'm looking at the actual chat. So I didn't see the apostrophe, so maybe it's on the stream preview. I don't know. If that's the case, it's the thing I'm using, I guess. That's connected to, I believe, Stream Elements. It's like a third-party thing that I put in OBS, I guess, that reads chat. Maybe that's what it's called. Maybe apostrophes do that. I don't know why it's doing that. No idea. I guess I might have to look into that, but I don't know how I would fix it, though. So, I don't know. It's just based on, like, a third-party website. Because, as far as I know, there's no easy way, at least the way I want to do it, there's no easy way to, like, have, like, chat show up, by itself. If only OBS, you need some kind of like third-party thing or some kind of script to do it. But I like the way, I use, I think it's Stream Elements. I can't remember if it's Stream Elements or some kind of other thing. What was it? Streamlabs, maybe. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, something like that. I mean, Streamlabs, I'm not to go on the whole rant, by the way. This is just like a whole tangent. But there's also something called Streamlabs OBS, which is just like it's like a modded version of OBS, but like for some people, I feel like sometimes when people try to download OBS, they get the Streamlabs version, but that's the not to say it's a wrong version, but it's like a pre-made version, If you want like customization, you should get the normal version, which is the normal OBS. You don't get Streamlabs OBS unless I guess you like the style, of everything just being made for you already and set up for you everything. But I kind of don't like Streamlabs OBS. It had like too much like extra things I don't need. All I really need from Streamlabs is the chat, appearing. I don't know, I just like that because sometimes, when people chat on stream, and sometimes I respond to them, it's kind of weird when I have it on a YouTube video if you don't see the chat because it looks like I'm just responding to nobody. I mean, sometimes that is the case anyway. I'm talking to myself like a crazy person, but, sometimes I'm not. I'm actually responding to something in chat. Anyway, what was I saying? Now just typing weird symbols. Is it glitching out? No, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to continue on. Looking at the counters, I see an overabundance of vegetables. Cut, shaved, peeled, and all what she had harvested was fully ready to cook, and it seemed like enough. Are you sure you'll need what I harvested too? Well, we do have almost a dozen people eating tonight. Right. Sorry, I don't have to eat dinner. I can find something else to eat. Don't have that kind of attitude. It's only just one more person than what we're used to. We always make this much. And you don't waste any of it? Nope, never. That's awfully impressive. Thank you. Of course, Cosette. I watch as she methodically dices up all we harvested with a pot of boiling water next to her. Do you want to help, Mer? How could I possibly help? How about you dump all these veggies into the water? Alright, sounds simple enough. I mostly tossed all the vegetables in the giant pot. Said pot was ridiculously tall, the top of it reaching up to the bottoms of my eyes. Are you just getting me to do this because you're a little too short? No, I make soup just about every night, in that pot too. How? I just do. Did you just do it? Just do it, easy. Alright then. I grab a wooden spoon and mix everything around. There's something about the way she's cutting all the food. The way the lighting just perfectly rings around her. She might be one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Is the water too hot? What? You're bright red. Is the water heating you up? Try staying away from it. Yes, yeah, you're right. You're doing a great job, by the way. Really? Yeah. No, thank you. We finished dinner. It was vegetable soup that consisted of a combination of every veggie you could think of. You know, will that satisfy our dad, though? Will that satisfy our papa, who is a carnivore and eats meat, you know? Unless that is a misunderstanding, maybe. And that carnivores don't actually need to eat meat. I mean, in real life they do, but, you know. It may be in this make-believe world full of animal people, maybe carnivores don't actually need to eat meat. I don't know. So, how have things been for you recently, Mercredi? No, it's been alright, sir. Just alright? Yes, sir. But spending the day with you all has definitely improved my week, thank you. Oh, no need to thank us, little lady. We should be thanking you for the delicious dinner. Well, I didn't do much. That was mainly Cosette's work. You helped me get some of the food, plus you're the one who bought it all. Well, thank you, but that's really nothing. Yeah, that reminds me, I actually, I don't know, this just randomly reminds me, because I got some sushi, you know? I think yesterday for dinner. Very delicious. You know, I always get like a cheap sushi, to be honest. I don't like go to like a fancy sushi restaurant. You know, I just get the California rolls. You know, the fake sushi. Well, it's not fake, but you know, it's not traditional sushis. But you know, I went to a restaurant and I'm surprised how much like extra things they gave me. You know, they gave me like a salad, I think, and some kind of seaweed thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a little like salty like seaweed you eat on the side. And they even came with miso soup, you know? That was, I don't know, just something interesting. I don't think I've actually drank like miso soup like specifically, though I drank soup that's similar. So when I actually tried it, it was like, actually this tastes similar to something I drank before in the past. And I don't usually drink soup, but you know, I might as well, since they gave me like free soup on the side on top of the sushi. So I was like, why not? I'll drink some soup as well. And I was like, miso soup. Apparently miso soup is supposed to taste like umami or something, some kind of like weird flavor like that, specifically. And when I drank it, it was like, you know, it's just soup to me. It's just like, it's just some soup. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not supposed to be like amazing or anything. It's just, to me, it was kind of technically supposed to be like a new experience because I never actually drank miso soup before. But I was just kind of like, you know, it just tastes like soup. Anyway. That's really more than I do nowadays. Maybe they have meat replacement? Maybe. Meat replacement. Maybe they've already advanced technology, you know, to have like meat replacement. Anyway, hey, thank you, ma'am. I gulped down my bowl of soup, feeling a little nervous in front of his family. Whoa, you can really chug some soup, huh? Yes, I suppose I can, sir. You don't have to use such formal language with us, kid. We've known you for a while. It's just a habit. Well, I'm tired. I'm gonna get ready for bed. It's only 8 o'clock. I've had a big day. Okay. Well, I'll be up there soon, okay? Alright, Cosette. I feel bad for leaving so suddenly, but I don't know, I like all of them. It just started to feel strange. Being in front of such a big family is a strange feeling, since I don't have one. I have so many good memories of this place, though. I always feel so welcome here, no matter who I was. Boy, girl, carnivore, or herbivore. I feel like I could kill someone and they forgive me. Wait, that's a weird sentence. I watch as the door creaks open, the small crack relieving Cosette's eye. Mercredi, are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright, Cosette. Sorry. It's fine, I just worry about you. I know, I worry about you too. Is it because of how big our family is? No, not at all. Well, actually, I don't know, you guys are so welcoming, but it just hurts. I know I'll never have a family as big as yours. And also, this music is really loud for me right at the moment. I mean, I do have a limiter, so it shouldn't be too loud in the actual recording, but to me right now, actually, it's very loud. Cosette sits next to me and holds my hand. I blink at her, repeatedly, a little surprised. Says who, Mer? I don't know. Exactly, you don't know, that means there's no one who said that, right? Yes, but I'm sure there are people who think it. What kind of person would be willing to marry a sheep who was raised by a wolf? Well, rabbits value family above all else, so... I mean, it's just more about how they treat others, not how they were raised, you know? Yeah, I think I know. So, it's pretty late. Maybe we should go to bed? Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy. Me too. Today was a pretty big day, huh? Yeah, it really was. She pushes me on the bed by placing her hand on my chest. She then lays down next to me, grabbing me by my waist and pulling me in closer. Okay, is this, this should be safe for work, right? Anyway, are you comfortable? I'm always comfortable when I'm with you. Okay. Good night, Mer. Good night, Cassette. And I just slept. And then suddenly, I assume a dream? Cassette, I'm scared. Why? What's wrong? Can't you see what I did? What do you mean, Mercredi? I always hurt myself. I always hurt the people around me. I try to convince myself I'm better than everyone, but I'm not. So mean, everyone leaves. I'm not gonna leave you, Mer. But you are. That's what everyone does. I won't even be mad at you if you leave, that's just how it is. You're being silly. I'm here for you, okay? I'm staying, no matter what. Please, just stop. Sorry, Mercredi, I thought I could help. You can't, okay? You can't help me. You're stupid for thinking that. No one can help. No one can ever help me. I just want my mommy. Mer, you know she's... Of course I know, okay? That doesn't stop me from feeling like this. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be apologizing right now. I had no control over what happened to her. Neither did you, I'm sorry. And just another bad dream. I wake up, the sun blinding me for a moment. It's September the 4th. Un de bus. I don't know that. I still can't pronounce any of these French words. But I assume it's, the 4th of September and it's the next day. Cosette's still holding me as tightly as she can. Her face is buried in my chest, and her tiny hands are clinging onto my shirt. I hear her groan as she wakes up and looks at me. Mercredi, sorry I didn't make you uncomfortable, did I? No, not at all, Cosette. I find it really cute. Very nice to cuddle with. Oh, well, thank you. Of course. I heard the door creak open. Good morning, girls. How are you two? Oh. Sorry to interrupt your cuddling time. Dad, knock next time. Alright, Cosette, I will promise. I just want to tell you two breakfast is ready. Alright, we'll be down in a sec, Dad. Of course. He closed the door he had just barely open. I can hear him chuckle to himself as he walks off downstairs. Yeah, typical anime dad, by the way, or kind of anime parents. They're like, haha, my kids are not my kids, but my daughter is totally getting laid. I'm sorry about that, Mer. It's perfectly fine, Cosette. It's not like we were doing anything. That's a good point. You're right, though. Your father really should knock more. I know, right? He never does. Guess I'm lucky to have a papa that's far more respectful than that. Yeah, you really are. I mean, it's probably because you're a herbivore and he's not. Well, actually... yeah, it's probably that. Things can be pretty awkward, I guess. You really think that's why he tries to keep his distance sometimes? Well, I know that's why I will keep my distance from my kid. The carnivore and herbivore experience is so different. It's hard for one to understand the other, Yeah. Well, we should probably go down and eat, huh? Yeah, let's go. Walking down the stairs, I'm immediately hit by a smell of eggs, cheese, as well as bananas, apples, oranges. Eggs. That's not very vegan, and cheese as well. So they're not vegan, they're just vegetarian, the herbivores. Because how's that work? Eggs come from well, how's that work? Is it like real chickens or is it chicken people? Do the eggs come from chicken people or just chickens? And where does the cheese come from? This is what I'm thinking. Anyway. Mercredi, Cosette, good morning, you two. Good morning, ma'am. Morning. How are y'all doing? We're alright, Dad. Did you two sleep okay? I sure did. Mercredi, how about you? I slept very well. Hey, I think that's the first time you ever talked to me while saying sir. I don't call you sir that much. It sure seemed like it to me. Alright. So Mercredi, how's school? Well, it just started, sir. Alright. How was out of the school you went to? It was alright. I went to it for a year. Really? What for? It's a long story. I'm alright, little lady. Well, thank you all for the breakfast. Of course. Carrie made it. Thank you, Care. Is it Care or Kare? I don't know, I just assume it's different from the actual word. Just Care, but I don't know. Care? Thank you, Care. You're welcome. Is your father picking you up, or do you need us to drive you home? I feel like the way it's written, I guess she has that kind of accent, I don't know, maybe like a Texan accent or something. I don't know. I think he's gonna pick me up, ma'am. Wonderful. You go ahead and eat. I'm sure you can scarf it down while he's on the way. I'll go and call him. Alright, thank you, ma'am. Ma fille, good to see you. It's good to see you too, Papa. Are you ready to go home? Mm-hmm. Did you have a good time? She seemed to have an amazing time. It makes me so happy that our girls get along so well. It makes me very happy too. Thank you for taking care of her, Marquis. It's not a big deal. My kids are always inviting their friends over to play. I know Cosette and Mercredi are a little older now, but it doesn't mean they can't spend time together anymore. That's a good point. Still, thank you. You're almost as formal as your daughter, John. John? That's his name? Did we ever see his name before? John? Did I miss it somehow? I'm not that formal. Yeah, because normally his name here is just Papa, but his real name is just John, as it turns out. Neither am I. To me, you two are. It's not a bad thing, though. I think it tends to be funny. Alright, I'll take it as a compliment then. Well, we'll be going our separate ways now, Murky. Alright, I hope you two have a good day. You too. Being around the Blancs and the dream I had. The Blancs. Okay, oh, she mentioned the Blanc before. I guess that's the last name. You know, the family name of the rabbit people. Papa. Yes, my fee? What was Mom like? Oh. Never mind, you don't have to tell me. No, I think it's about time I told you about your mother. You deserve to know. It's almost been 2 decades. Papa, are you sure? 2 decades? Well, almost 2 decades, I guess. So, I was just thinking, did the mom die before she was born or after? I'm not sure. Anyway. Papa, are you sure? I'm sure. It all started almost 19 years ago. Okay, so 19 years. That's like, okay, that's before she was born. Because she's 18, right? I was 16 at the time. Your mother was 18. And was known for being very behind in school. She was just very bad at being a student. I wasn't so unfortunate, even though I was far from a pretty low-class family. I cared about my education and managed to get good grades. The day I met her, it wasn't pretty. John. I kept noticing your mother, Marty, everywhere I went. She would always stare at me, but because she was always with other men, I didn't take it as anything. Charles. Dude, have you noticed how she always looks at you? What? The sheep. She's been staring at you like you're some of the tastiest celery she's ever seen or some shit. Dude. You know, I just assume Charles sounds like that. Dude, bro. Celery? Yeah, whatever lambs eat, don't ask me. Okay, Eddie. Don't you guys talk about Marty? Yes, why? I dated her for a bit. Oh, did things not end well? No, nothing like that. I honestly enjoy dating her. But I heard she's got a thing for carnivores, specifically dogs. Why would a little sheep want to date a dog? I mean, lambs are so weak. They even have those wobbly legs like yours do. I hear she's some slut who likes to throw fucking someone that could eat her. So much swearing in this game. So much strong language. I heard that too. Well, you had sex with her. What was it like? Maybe? She didn't seem scared at all. If anything, I was sort of scared of her. She was like a dom. She was a top. She took charge way too much, but that might just be something to do with my preferences. Great. Not only does she have a kink for trying to get eaten alive, but she has a kink for making some poor bastard do that. Are you sure it's not some big misunderstanding? What? Well, what if she just likes the personality traits of dogs? Their morals, their values? That's a pretty decent point. That's what you think. Why don't you talk to her and see how long it'll take for her to suck you off? Charles has a dirty mouth. You really think that'll happen? Dude, she's taken from every single carnivore in this school. That can't possibly be true. Yeah, because she hasn't got anything from you yet. So you slept with her too? I'm not touching that cumbag with 10-foot pole. Charles sounds like a stereotypical incel. Anyway, I really think you're being dramatic. I'll talk to her. That way you guys will see she's not so bad. Or yeah, you'll see that she's not really feeling so bad. Hello, Marty. Hello, Marty, was it? Wait, that's my name. I'm John Mort. John Mort. It's nice to meet you. I shook her hand, feeling the responsibility to be gentle. I'm Marty Argo. It's nice to meet you too. I felt her hold my hand after I ceased to wave her arm up and down. You're a rather handsome man, John. Thank you, ma'am. You're very pretty for a sheep. For a sheep? Do you think sheep are ugly? No, that's not how I meant that. That's not how I meant that. I'm only really attracted to dogs. So you never thought about what it'd be like to be with an herbivore? Well, Morty. Well, I just think of, like, I guess, Rick and Morty. No, you say that as if you're unsure. No, I'm rather sure. I just don't know why you asked such a thing. You don't like the idea of having power over someone, being able to have total control over them. No, that sounds horrible. What about the idea of letting someone having total control over you? Are you into being stepped on? That sounds even worse. You seem so scared of everything for a black wolf. Well, wolves aren't as brave as you may think. Really now. Yes, we just tend to stick with our pack. We only really enjoy spending time with those we love, not much else. How cute. How about I show you something? How about I show you something called, BDSM? No, what are you going to show me? Something that you'll enjoy. Cover your eyes, okay? I did as she said, and I felt her drag me along. I was bumping into people left and right, probably because she was nowhere near as wide as I was. After several minutes of running, she suddenly slowed down. Come here. I could hear the smile on her face. I heard the door creak open, and she pulled me into whatever room she had brought me to. I heard the door close and lock. I opened my eyes before she said to do so. What's going on? We're in the supply closet, silly. Why? I felt her slim and delicate hand rub up and down my chest. You really don't know why? No, am I supposed to know? What is this? What is this situation? Tell me. No, it's okay. I can just teach you. Sliding her hand down. Why is this game... Are you sure this isn't the erotica? Is there like an erotica tag in this game's store page? Anyway. Sliding her hand down, I felt her take off my pants. And then she started buttoning and then unbuttoning my jeans and slipping my fly. Marty, I don't want to do this. I just met you. Wait, so I think I know... Okay, well, I think I know what's gonna happen. Well, anyway. I don't want to do this. I just met you. And it's just wrong to do something like this. You know that, don't you? Don't lie. You know you're enjoying this. I'm really not. I want you to quit this. And what are you going to do to stop me? You know how weak lambs are. If you hurt me, it'll be all over the news. I bet they'll say giant carnivore murders innocent sheep. If you close your eyes, maybe you can imagine a cute dog girl doing this to you instead. She had thought so much of this through. Is this what she does to people? This feels wrong. Really wrong. Close your eyes, dog. I followed her command once again. I felt her touch and prod things I didn't want her to be anywhere near. My body was sporadic, convulsed out of sheer disgust and pain. I wanted it to stop. So bad. I just kept my eyes closed. I let her do whatever she wanted. I'm not even sure how long it lasted, but I was so thankful it was over. Okay. I think I understand what's going on. That's why there was the disclaimer in the beginning. Me and you are dating now. What? I thought you had a boyfriend. Oh, I did. But I'm gonna keep your baby. I brought all the other ones, but well, okay. A hybrid of a black sheep and a black wolf and a sheep. Oh, that reminds me, black sheep. Anyway, a black wolf and a sheep. That would make for an interesting story. Oh, and John, if you ever tell someone about this, I'll cut myself into bits and blame it all on you. Goodbye, John. Goodbye, Marty. And that was your mother. Mercredi, how do you feel about that? A few months went by and eventually my friends found out. John, you really thought all this would be a good idea? I fucking told you, bro. You know, it's all... I predicted everything, you see. Now look what you are. Francois? How you say that? Francois? Really, Marty? You should have known better. She would tell everyone. Did you know I'm pregnant with a carnivore? And she would tell them this over and over and over and again and again. I'm so happy. Aren't you excited, John? No, I'm not ready for a child, especially with you. Well, you better start acting like it. This child is ours, alright? And everyone's gonna know about it. It'll be a freak of nature, a real head-turner. You understand that, dog? I understand, yes. Good, I'm glad you do. I'll be going to labor soon. And you won't have to deal with me for much longer. I don't know how... I know this is like a common, like, fantasy that... I don't know how realistic this is. I mean, it could be. It's not impossible, I guess. But like someone blackmailing you with being pregnant with your baby. I mean, I don't know. It's a thing that could happen, I guess. You know, I'll say this. Only a psychopath would do this. And maybe Marty is just a very psychopathic person. I guess that's just the thing. She's just incredibly evil, as it turns out. What do you mean? Did you really think a little lamb like me could survive having a hybrid with a big strong wolf like you? Well, I thought, maybe. That's pretty funny. I hope being a single father treats you well, John. You're a nice guy. Okay, also, I'm going to die from this. Isn't this funny? Is it hilarious? I could have done this whole thing if we weren't so complacent. What do you mean? Well, I've always wanted to have a baby with a carnivore, but I wanted it to be something extreme. Something that completely goes against everything we've ever known. I'm sure you've heard all the old stories about wolves killing sheep, right? We are supposed to go together, and that is the part I enjoy. We're creating something new, a being that has never been seen before. So you just wanted to play God? I'm not playing God. Who's to say I'm not God? I don't think you're God. Why? Did I beat the little puppy up too much? No, not that. God can be cruel, I know that. You're not God because there's just not a single person who looks up to you. You don't look up to me. No, I really don't. What? I think you're a horrible person. You've done awful things, not just to me, but everyone you meet. Hope you do die during childbirth, so you can raise a child better than you ever could. You really think that? Yes, I'm tired of acting like I don't. I've been going along with your little plan, I'm sick of it. You're so cute when you're angry, John. God, stop saying things like that. Oh, why? Is the big bad wolf gonna eat me? No, I'm not, because I'm not fucked up like you are. Take care of the child for me. You better let everyone know what it is every chance you get. Those were the last words she ever spoke to me. I remember the exact voice she used to tell me that. The tone, the pitch, the cadence. I remembered it all. It was haunting. I always thought I would hate you, that you'd be the worst thing that happened to me. But when I saw you, I was overwhelmed. Never did I think for even a second that someone as horrible as your mother could birth the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I wish I could say I regret what I told her, but I don't. I'm glad she died. She would have corrupted you. I wouldn't have the perfect little girl that I do today. I'm sorry, Matthew. That was a rather long story, huh? Okay, so that's kind of like the backstory. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just kind of extreme. That's all I have to say about that, you know. But that's the story. Katko draw her giving birth? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean drawing her giving her birth? Technically, actually, if on YouTube, technically childbirth is actually should be protected by by the system. You know, technically you can show childbirth, I think, because it's educational. But anyway, I don't think it would do that though. This game. That's not the point. The point is like, I think the point is, I mean, that is what it is, right? It's like a toxic relationship that came from sexual assault. Normally it would be the guy, right, that would be doing that as a horrible person, but like apparently it's the woman. It's like it's twisted in the way, like, you know, she specifically is having his baby to torture him, which is a weird thing. I don't know. I just don't know how common that is. Because it would be, to me, it would be strange to go through all of the hardship of giving birth to a child and also dying, by the way, knowing that you'll die to give this child, all because you're just sick, you're just evil. Just to do that, just to be evil. I don't know. Even a normal villain wouldn't do that because they would be selfish, right? Is the idea. They wouldn't like kill themselves just to have like a weird child. I don't know. It's just weird. It's very alien, I guess. So I don't know if that's what the I mean, again, anyway. I don't know if that's what the developer was trying to do. Like, they're trying to make this character seems like so very alien that they're not even like, no. I mean, obviously they're not a normal person, but they have such a twisted set of morals that's what they would do, because this is something that only a psycho would do. I don't know. Anyway, that was a rather long story, huh? That was a rather long story. Papa, I'm sorry. Why? I look like her, don't I? I'm way more like a sheep. Mafia, that's what makes me happy. What? Your mother wanted you to look like me. She wanted to be an herbivore who had a carnivore child. I know it's spiteful to say this, but I'm so glad she didn't get what she wanted. So you don't hate me? No, never. Like I said, when you were born, and I saw you, I knew I could never hate you. I just would never have it in me. Really? Yes, really. Seeing you grow every day, seeing how far you are from your mother, that makes me happy. But you make me tell everyone I'm a herbivore. Yes, because that's the last thing she would have wanted. Not only would it put you in danger to tell people you're a hybrid, but telling everyone this would bring her some kind of satisfaction. Even though she's dead, I really don't want her to be happy, even in the afterlife. I understand that. She seemed like a really horrible person. She was. She really, really was. With like really, I don't know, really weird motivations, but apparently she's just the devil. I don't know. I'm proud of you for being nothing like her. We can look at pictures and compare all day, but who you are on the inside differs so much from your mother that your outside barely matters anymore. So what if you're a carnivore, or a herbivore, or both? You have a good heart, and that's what matters. Thank you, Papa. Of course, Mafi. It's late. I'm sorry for keeping you up. Go to bed when you can, okay? Yes, Papa, I will. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mafi. I don't know. I just can't get over the, like, I don't know. It's like an incel's wet dream. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. It's not like it can't happen. But again, it just feels like an incel's wet dream. It's Ava's. I'm not saying the developer's like sexist or anything. It's just the plot. Just coincidentally, it's just the plot. At least the subplot of the whole Marty and John. I guess it's just such a like a thing where like you could definitely say like this is because women. It's all the woman's fault. It's all the poor guy is just a victim. All men everywhere is just, a victim to a woman's whims, I guess, or something. Even though I don't think that's not the message the developer is trying to say or anything. It's just like, it's coincidentally, I feel like that could be, that's one way you could interpret that story, I guess. I don't know. I wish they added a bit more nuance to it, I guess. Like why, I guess that's the biggest thing. I guess why is Marty so strange? Why would Marty do that? No sane person would do what Marty did. So that's what I don't know. That's what I'm just stuck on, I guess. Incel's wet dream. Also, Incel's wet dream that got blocked by Automod. Hilarious. Anyway, what Papa told me today, I feel so horrible for everything he went through. I'm finally glad I have some closure, though. He said I wasn't bad as Mama. If only he knew, huh? If only he knew. What? Does he find murder to be less punishable sin than what my mother did to him? I wouldn't blame him if he did. At least murder puts you out of your misery at some point. That woman has caused him a certain type of pain and suffering that'll be lifelong. Okay. Murder. I mean, it is a murder mystery game. Where's the murder? I haven't seen murder yet. Well, except the the dead student, but we didn't really focus on that, did we? It was like just mentioned, in like a few scenes that someone's been killed, or maybe not killed, but they found a dead body anyway in the school. Weird. This is the school I went to for 1 year. I did enjoy my stay for a plethora of reasons, one of which including Anna. Oh, the deer? Is that the deer that we saw in our dreams? I mean, this is a dream as well, I believe. We're having a dream right now. Oh, it's you. What? Aren't you that squeaky little choir boy that decided he wanted to be some kind of prissy princess? Oh boy. Please, I'm not a boy. You just think that you aren't. No, I know that I'm not. If you think that I'll consider you a girl just because you ripped your horns off, you're wrong. You even have a stupid guy voice. Really? So you could tell I wasn't born a girl? Yes, I could, it's obvious. You look stupid running around cross-dressing. Probably think people see you as a girl, don't you? Oh, I don't think, Mancheri. I know everyone sees me as a girl because I am. Probably just think you're a girl because your mommy left. Struck a nerve, didn't I? Or maybe you were molested so much in church. One of the preachers convinced you to be a girl so you wouldn't be considered a sin when he touched you. You want to know what I've always wondered? What? I've always been rather curious as to what a carnivore's diet is like. Huh? Don't you find yourself ever thinking about that? When I look at herbivores like you want to know what I think about? I think about tearing them apart limb by limb and eating every single part of them till there's nothing left. Just thinking about tasting your meat right now is making me drool. But this is a prank, right? Just a prank, bro. What would I gain from pranking you right now? The thought of biting into your skin, severing every cell that... It's weird because it got cut off, but every cell that hits my tongue. Does that thought just drive you up the fucking wall? No, you're scaring me. Really? Or that makes your flesh taste even better. It flavors the meat, you see. Without thinking about it, I pinned her down. Before she could even scream, I shoved my fingers in her mouth and scratched her throat as hard as I could. Something about the way I felt the blood trickle on my fingers and her muffled cry for help. I ripped her shirt to shreds with my claws as my mouth explored the most tender bits of the fawn's body. Using the torn pieces of the shirt, I stuffed it into her throat as far back as possible to shut her up. I snapped out of it very quickly. The hyper-arousal of the moment ended just as quickly as it started. Just like cut off her, her leg is just completely cut off. You see her intestines right there. I had ripped her apart more than I thought, but seeing it was such a sight to behold, I could see holes in her body from where I ripped chunks off with my bare teeth. I noticed organs that were missing because I ate them. Delicious. And her beautiful large intestine wrapped around her so perfectly. And if she hadn't insulted me, this probably never would have happened. I'm glad it did, however. No matter how rude she was, her meat tasted perfect. I wanted to experiment with different animals, find the ones that taste the best, find the parts of them that taste the best. I wonder, how does the rabbit taste? Okay. Oop. Okay, well, was that a dream? I was thinking maybe that was a dream, or was that reality? I don't know. I don't like to really think about that day. Killing that deer was so satisfying, but I don't want to hurt all herbivores, because that doesn't deserve to be hurt. However, I shouldn't think about that day, because it's a new one. September 5th, Ulundi, whatever that means. I changed in my uniform. Blinking. The face of a murderer. It's one no one could love. Hey, Papa. Good morning, Muffy. Can I ask you something? Of course. What is it? Would you still love me if I killed someone? Well, I'm not sure. I love you and I always want to support you. But why would you want to take a life? It'll be for good reason, I promise. Then yes, I think I would still love you. It's wrong to kill innocent people, though. I know, Papa. Do you really think I could take an innocent life? I suppose I haven't thought about it. I certainly hope you couldn't. But there's some things in this world that I think could drive us all to hurt someone. Mom did horrible things to you and you didn't kill her. Because I don't believe in killing people. It's not something I ever do, but other people do it. And they all usually have reasons for it. Do you think some reasons are more valid than others? Of course. killing someone just for some thrill is completely wrong. But people who believe they were being treated poorly, I can't say I fully hold it against them. I'm driving myself to school today. Oh, alright. I open my hand, he drops the keys in my palm. Bye, Papa. Bye-bye, Muffy. Just totally not, ominous questions. Well, Papa said, would he hate me if he found out what I've done? Are my actions truly justified? Especially with... okay, is this a flashback? Did we kill Pascal or something, or... Mercredi, is there any reason why you want to talk to me here? Yes, I have a question. Really? What's up? Do you like Cosette? What? Don't act stupid, you have a thing for her, don't you? No, why would I? You're always spending time with her, and I just... Oh, so you have a thing for her? No, it's not like that. You two are just so close. Well, you and her are pretty close too, don't you think? Guys just seem closer. You fit better together. How is that so? I think you two paired nicely. You're being a kiss ass. Why would I be kissing your ass right now, Mercredi? Because you're a fucking idiot. As I snap out of it, okay, I realize I'm already at the school. I feel a wetness in my chest as I stare mindlessly at the building. Slowly tilting my head down, I see Cosette holding on to me. Pascal, he... I hear her hick and pant as she tries to stammer out words. I gently run my fingers through her hair. It's okay. Take your time. What happened? It was his body that the school found the other day. Okay, so it's the same dead body. I was thinking maybe there's another body, but... No, it's his body. Alright. I mean, I can already understand the implications here. He was mauled to bits. Who would do that to him? I'm sorry, Cosette. But look at me. I'm gonna find who did it. I promise you'll get the justice you need right now. Really? Are you sure you can promise something like that? I'm sure, Cosette. Thank you, Mercredi. You are the best. Just try to take it easy today, alright? I'll try my hardest. Good. I'll see you around. Okay. I know what you fucking did. I look up at him, eyes trailing over every part of his lanky body. He had pinned me down, his claws digging into my arms as his jaw unhinged, and he yelled in my face. I felt my heart speed up. Outwardly, though, I had no fear. Really? What was it then? You killed Pascal, didn't you? You ripped him to bits. And you expect us to forgive you because you're some innocent little sheep. You're fucked up. Whatever the hell you are, you're not a sheep. You're something horrible. You're something disgusting. Is that supposed to offend me, Pierre? No. It's supposed to scare you. You think I ate your friend in cold blood, but you're trying to make me fear you? No. I know you can never fear me, even if I do hurt you. I want you to be afraid of what I know. You don't know shit. I know a lot more than you think. Really? So you know you get in trouble for being a red-maned wolf that's spinning down the sheep, right? Some parallels here, by the way. Of what, her mama did. What? No, please. I don't want to get in trouble. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice Cosette, who has fainted. Just Cosette just fainted. I suppose we both notice at the same time, as he immediately gets off of me and runs her. He scoops her up. I'll tell you what, Pierre. If you let me carry her to the infirmary, I won't tell on you. If you don't let me take her, though... Well, it looks rather suspicious for a wolf like you to be carrying a bleeding little bunny. You're sick. You're the wolf. You always were, weren't you? What are you going to do with her if I give her to you? Same thing you did with Pascal? There's a lot of choices in this game. I don't know if it affects anything. It's like, I don't know. Yell for help or keep quiet. Let's keep quiet. Let's see what happens. I could never hurt Cosette. She's too beautiful. Would you rather me take care of her or be suspended for hurting a bunny rabbit and a sheep in the same day? You did leave a nasty bruise on my wrist, you know. Fine. He angrily tosses Cosette into my arms. You get what you deserve soon enough, Mercredi Mort. Me and you both know that. I watch as he storms off, the clacking of his dress shoes echoing throughout the halls. I place her tiny, delicate body on top of the bed they have in the infirmary. I sit her upright and look at her. Her blood smells so delicious. Just a little lick. Just lick her nose real quick. Yeah, I knew. Okay. I didn't think she would actually do it, but I guess they did it. I start looking off her nose. It's a very odd feeling. The inside of my mouth is very comparable to a dog. I think it's a typo. So I try to avoid eating foods where I have to use my tongue. It's one of the few dead giveaways about me. But there's something so satisfying about licking her blood like this, albeit strange. It's like a vampire. I try to be as gentle as I can. I don't want to hurt her. The blood just keeps pouring and pouring. I can only assume that's why she passed out. Mercredi? Cassette, I am totally not licking your blood. Sorry, I was just cleaning you up with my tongue. Don't worry about that. With your tongue? Well, yes. Why do you have a dog's tongue? You're really dumb, aren't you? A little. Papa didn't adopt me. I'm his blood. What? I'm half carnivore. I've been my whole life. I mean, I guess that's a given, obviously. You've been a carnivore this whole time. Yeah, but does that really change anything? You've been my friend my whole life. You never knew. Goro, boar, carnivore, herbivore. I've always been your friend. And I always will be. Right? I don't know, Mer. I need to think about it. I understand. I'm sorry. I love you, Cosette. I watch as she hops down from the bed and stands in the doorway for a moment, just staring at me with her big eyes. She walks away, no more skips in her steps. I can only wonder about what could possibly be in her mind. Hello, Miss Mercredi. You seem to be in a chipper mood. Well, I feel as though I shouldn't really cling on to things I have no control over. After all, I'm not the killer, am I, Mercredi? That fight you and that wolf I got into earlier, rather entertaining to watch. You saw all of that. Mm-hmm. I hear he's getting a pretty firm talking to by the principal. Really? Well, yes. Just about everyone saw what he did to you. I'm sure there'll be headlines about a carnivore hurting a sheep or something. That does make for some fascinating news, does it not? Sure does, Oreo. Well, I'm off. I'll see you both around sometime, probably. Farewell, Miss Mercredi. How many keys does the piano have? We're still answering questions. I don't know. Depends on the piano, you know? It could be like a very small piano. It could be like a big piano. I don't know. There's probably like a standard size, though. I don't know. I want to say 104. I don't know. Why would I really know the answer to this? I play piano, yes. I would say I even love to play the piano. But I haven't sat there counting the notes one by one. Maybe that's something I should start doing. What tuning is a cello in? I have no idea. I never really touched string instruments. I want to say the C major? I don't know. The C major key? I've never heard or seen someone play a cello before. But the other two aren't viable options. A is the tuning of a violin, and B is the tuning of a ukulele. I didn't know that. I find it strange. All three of them are instruments with only 4 strings, yet, well, frankly, the cello is so different from them. It's deep bitch. Oh, did I say deep bitch? Whoops, I didn't mean to say that. Deep pitch. That's what I meant. I don't know. I guess the bad words are just corrupting my vocabulary now. It's deep pitch. It's strings that are tuned in perfect fifths. Maybe there's just more to the cello than meets the eye. I guess, I guess it does mean female dog. Anyway, when was the omnichord invented? The omnichord? I've never actually heard of that. What's an omnichord? I have no idea. Oh, I don't know. 1981? I think that's about right. It's a pretty old instrument, but I don't believe it's really that old. Plus, I'm pretty sure synth music, like what the omnichord can produce, was rather popular in the 80s. Sure, why not? You think I'm an idiot? Yes, I do. Well, why? If you don't even know why you're stupid, that proves my point even more. You're just mad because you think I'm dating Cosette, aren't you? No. Mercredi, I don't like her like that. I'm, not really into... Well, I'll let you fill in the blank. Okay, Pascal is gay. I can only imagine. Everyone is gay, I guess. But you always hang out around her. She's my friend. How do I know you're not lying to get me off your back? Mercredi, you're just being unreasonable. I'm not being unreasonable. He stared at me blankly. I could see him trying to process everything. What, did I scare you? Are you scared of a fucking herbivore? Well, every thought I ever had left my brain. I leapt on him and bit down his neck as hard as I could. Okay. Numb. I heard a small yelp, but he was surprisingly quiet for such a violent outburst. I didn't realize it, but I had knocked him on the ground. It's the stuff they put in the water. Mercredi. And thus we bit into him like a vampire. You know, Mercredi, I guess, she, how do you say? she's morbing out, you know? Anyway. Aloof? Well, Mercredi, are you okay? What? You were zoning out. You look like a machine that just been turned off. I'm just in my own head thinking. About what? Are you thinking about that bunny girl? No. Oh. I'm thinking about the murder that happened recently. Right. It's rather scary when something like that occurs, particularly if you're of a herbivore breed. Oh. And if you're alright like Noir here, are you worried about being hunted like Pascal, Mercredi? I mean, no, because it seems like we were the one that killed him, so... No, I'm not scared of much. Oh, what a brave little sheep you are. I find it commendable you don't fear carnivores. Ah, but you're adopted by one, aren't you? How do you know that? Word gets around. A drama queen, are you? Maybe just a little. Rumors are rather fun to listen to, don't you think? No. All right. Well, me and Noir will be going now, once again. Skipping class? Yes, we pulled an all-nighter, so we're pretty exhausted with school today. Right, have fun. We will. I watch as they wander off, interlocking their arms. An herbivore and a carnivore. I always thought it was a bad thing. They seem to enjoy one another, though. Maybe every interspecial relationship is like mamas and papas. You know, based on, like... you know. Anyway. Mercredi. Cosette? I feel her tightly wrap her arms around my waist, her chubby face nuzzling to my chest. Nervously, I pat her head. Interracial? It'll be interspecies, right? Is that what you call it? Anyway. What's the matter? I'm really sorry about what I said earlier. What? I was thinking about it, and I should always be your friend, no matter what. So, what if you're some big scary carnivore? I made a promise, and I'm not going to break it over something as silly as that. Cosette, you're too kind. I'm really not. It's just what you deserve as my friend. Cosette. Yammer? Hey, it's the, Sayori choice. Again, there's so many choices that I don't know if it matters or not. I don't know. The game, well, the story page doesn't specify if there's, like... different routes, but anyway, we'll just, you know, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Yeah, let's just be like super gay and let's choose this one. Would you ever want to be more than friends? Mer? I'm sorry, that slipped out. That wasn't me. Mercredi? Seriously, I had no control over that. It's as if some mysterious, you know, omnipresent force that controlled a mouse cursor clicked on the choice for me or something like that. Well, if I'm being honest, I did like you a lot, but I just think I need to process the carnivore thing, you know? Yeah, I know. But hey, she grabbed one of my hands, having to use both of hers just to hold my palm. Never say never, okay? Alright, Cosette. If only I were a real herbivore, huh? Don't think that kind of stuff. Sorry, I said that out loud? Yeah. I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I have to head home now. I'll see you soon, alright, Cosette? Alright, Mer. Bye. Bye-bye.